If sharing is caring, then a handful of states are betting that the sharing of salary details is a step towards evening the playing field among workers. Right now, the data highlights a persistent wage gap across gender and race. White women who work full-time take home 83 cents for every dollar that men earn. For some women of color, the gap is wider, 71 cents for Black women and 64 cents for Hispanic women. So what are states doing? Colorado is leading the way. Its 2021 pay transparency law requires employers to publish the salary range and benefits for new job listings. At least 6 other states have similar laws on their books, while New York City is the first city to move on this. At the same time, states and cities are making what used to be normal practices illegal, like employers asking job candidates for their salary history and punishing workers who decide to share their pay information with others. Companies are pushing back against this shift to pay transparency. One of their arguments is that pay bands are often too broad to be useful.
I think the important piece is going to be really digging into the demographics, right? So how do you disaggregate the data within those bands and really look at trends, like really looking at the equity implications of that. So I think starting even with general bands is a step in the right direction.
They also say it's bad timing because of how hard it is to find workers right now, and so they need flexibility on pay, especially if their current staff is paid less than the going rate. Existing workers may leave if they don't get a raise, compounding the labor shortage and adding to costs at a time when companies are already trying to manage rising inflation. Of course, workers too are facing inflation in their everyday expenses as well. The other downside for employers? Sharing pay details opens them up to legal risks. Here's how. Federal law prohibits them from fixing wages, but local pay transparency laws may reveal the extent to which employers sometimes share pay information with each other, even if they never actually agreed to set wages. That could lead Uncle Sam to conclude that a company violated antitrust laws. No matter the efforts to reform pay inequity, there is one thing that is outside the purview of the law. Most women don't negotiate their pay. One survey finds 57% of women say they never haggled over their salary, versus 51% of men. More data goes a long way, but you don't get what you don't ask for.